Hey everyone, what I have here is the ZIKE 3-in-1 foldable magnetic wireless charger. This is a Qi2 wireless charger and you can use it to charge your phone, your earphones and an Apple Watch. And as you can see here, it's not only flexible, it is portable as well. So let's delve deeper and see what this charger can do. The product was kindly sent out to me for review by ZIKE, but as always, they have zero influence over what I say, and they were not allowed to see this video before it went live. The official name of the charger is the ZIKE Z855. It currently retails at $99.99 in the US or £76.24 here in the UK, and it comes with a 1-year warranty. It delivers a total output of 25 watts, 15 watts for the main phone charger, 5 watts for the base charger, and another 5 watts for the Apple Watch charging position. The charger is fully certified by both the Qi standard and Apple's Made for Watch program. Qi2 incorporates Apple's MagSafe alignment technology, which means that your phone snaps into the correct position automatically. Non-magnetic phones can still be charged, but you will need to align them yourself. The package includes a long and thick Type-C to Type-C cable and a user manual which gives you some instructions and specifications. The charger itself looks great. There's a USB-C input on the side and the base lists maximum input and output information. The main Qi2 charging pad is always visible, but unfolding the unit reveals a second charging surface and an extended section designed for charging your Apple Watch. I weighed the charger in at 243 grams, which is 8.6 ounces. The base of the charger denotes its input requirements, 12 volts at 2.9 amps or 15 volts at 2.3 amps. That works out to roughly 35 watts of maximum input power, which is more than enough overhead to deliver its rated 25 watts of total output. In idle mode, the charger only drew around 0.7 watts from my power adapter. And on the main Qi2 pad, and with my iPhone at a low battery level, the charger pulled around 18.7 watts, so it has no problem delivering the full 15 watt Qi2 charging speed. AirPods Pro 3 typically charge at 4 to 5 watts between 0 and 50%, then drop to 2 to 3 watts when between 50 and 80% battery, and finally taper to around 1 watt or less after that. In my first test, my AirPods case was already at around 75% battery, so I wasn't able to see peak charging speeds. Even so, I measured around 2 watts on the main Qi base and the watch charging base, and just over 3 watts on the AirPods focused area. The charger also worked perfectly with my subcase protective case installed. A few weeks later, when the AirPods case was closer to 50% battery, the charging power ranged from 3.5 watts to 5 watts, which is exactly what I expected. I don't own an Apple Watch, so I couldn't test 3 devices charging at the same time, but charging my iPhone and AirPods together showed excellent performance. So I've spoke about features and specifications. What I'd like to do now is talk about its design and then talk a little bit more about the Qi wireless charging standard. Now, as far as its design goes, I think most people are used to these L-shape wireless chargers. These are very popular and very simple. You plug it in and then your phone would sit in it like this. When you compare the ZIKE one here to that, you can see that it does have a smaller footprint, at least from a height and width perspective, because if you look at it from the side, you can see that this is a little bit of a chunky monkey. And that's because this is obviously 3 chargers in one, and because it's got that fold up design. But it is quite weighty as well. It's surprisingly heavy for the size of it, but not necessarily a bad thing. Now, you can see here that the charging point is at the right hand side. Now, I don't think that's going to be a deal breaker for most people, but it is worth noting. A lot of chargers out there have the charging point at the back, and depending on your desk setup, that's maybe where you would want it in a charger, but it's at the right hand side here, so that's just something to bear in mind. Now, when you've got your phone on it, you can raise it up both to get to the charger underneath, but also to put your phone into a better viewing position for videos or just doing a phone call or a video call or something. But as you can see here, I've got the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and because this charger is so small, it hangs off the bottom. Just look at that. Look how much lower it is than the base. But it's not a problem, because if I put it there, it doesn't wobble. It's solid. It's just a weird visual thing. It looks like it's going to be an issue, but it's not. And if you had a super large phone, you would just have to kind of bring it down like that if that was an issue. But I don't think it would be. Now, I've really enjoyed how well this works. You know, you put your phone on it and it just, you know, oh, I've done it the one time, it didn't magnetically connect there. But yeah, it just works every time. I've not had any issues with wireless charging. I'll put it on the right way, that would help. And yeah, good magnetic strength there as well. So yeah, I've not had any issues with it. I love how well it works with my earphones. I'm not going to use it on this watch charging point, but it is worth noting that it does work there. And it obviously works in the bottom. But I'm really happy that it also works with my subcase charging case as well. So it's compatible with that. Now, I've been saying that, you know, obviously Apple earphones, Apple phone here, but this will work with any phone that supports the Qi wireless charging standard, and it's the same there. If you've got earphones that are compatible with wireless charging, they will work there, so there's no issues with that. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy with the design. No issues with charging. If you see the charging speed going down, it's probably because your battery is quite high and they're reducing the charging speed. So yeah, when I first got this, and I've been using this for 3 to 4 weeks, I initially started using this at this desk, and I was using it every day like that. But it's found itself at home next to my bed at my bedside table. So what I've been doing at night is I'll put it there to charge. I'll occasionally look over, keep it charging, pick it up, look at a message, and then put it back down. And it will charge overnight. It will charge at 15 watts. And that charging speed is what you get with Qi2, because this is a Qi2 wireless charger. Now, Qi2 came out in 2023, and what it did was introduce 15 watt charging with a magnetic alignment. It's not magnetic charging, it's more of a magnetic alignment to make sure that the charger's in the right position. But it's worth noting that there's many phones out there that don't support that. We've seen that Google have introduced it, Samsung phones, some of them have it as well, that support that kind of magnetic alignment. But my Honor Magic phone here doesn't, but it still charges. So you just have to make sure that you position it in the right way. Make sure that it's connected to that wireless charging area. So most Android phones do support wireless charging, so this charger will charge it, but just be aware that the magnet isn't a deal breaker. It's a nice bonus in many situations. Obviously, it is better to have a phone that magnetically attaches. It does make your life easier, but if you've got a phone that doesn't support it, don't worry, this will work with it. Now, that wireless charging standard Qi2 came out in 2023, but in this year, earlier on in 2025, the Qi 2.2 charging standard became available, and my phone here supports it. And what that does is introduce faster charging. It increased charging from 15 watts to 25. Now, in my particular use case right now, that doesn't really help me because I'm using this to charge my phone at night. But if you want the fastest wireless charger out there, just be aware that there is a faster charging standard now. There's not a lot of options in the market right now, if I'm honest. I've checked and there's a few that are trickling out. And there's not as many phones that support it right now. But over the next year or two, we will see more phones that support Qi 2.2. We'll see Qi 2.2 chargers that offer 25 watt charging for your phone. But just as a reminder, because I don't want anyone to buy this and not realize this is Qi2. It's 15 watts and it does support magnetic alignment. So just something to bear in mind. As always, do your research before you spend your money. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it and I hope you've learned more about what this charger can do. I'll leave a link to the sales page that gives you more information about what this can do, what it offers, current pricing, etc., because there's always deals on. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. This was sent out to me by ZIKE, and I don't, like when companies send something out, I don't want them to have any influence on what I say. But I've used this every day for a month now, and I just love it. Just because it fits into my kind of charging schedule. I found it to be really useful, and I have taken it to work a few times, and I've taken it on holiday as well. So I think its portability is one of its strong selling points as well. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do subscribe to the channel. Please do click like, comment, give me all that good stuff. And until next time, take care.